Hazard zone. I keep accidentally slamming my boyfriend's head with the fridge door, and one of these days it's going to hit hard enough and leave a mark, and I'll have a heck of a time explaining how the frick you do something like that by accident. How the frick do you do something like that by accident, though? Our apartment is tiny, his computer desk is right next to the fridge door opens a full 180 degrees, and he's seated right in the danger zone. I still don't understand how the head is the damaged area, but I appreciate the explanation. An illustration. This is why I'm glad that I live in a pretty good-sized apartment, because, this is a nightmare, but I could see it being a real thing that happens frequently. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Kalbus. My name is Lumo, and today we are looking at one of my favorite subreddits, r/Tumblr, a subreddit dedicated to a dead social media platform that's having a resurgence now that the musky husky has properly brought the bird. So let's just get right into it. I could make that abstract art. Anyone could. Then make it. Unironically. Go buy some paints. Do a mild Googling. Do it. Make the same art. See what it feels like. Find out what it inspires in you. Back in high school, one kid was pretty disparaging of Jackson Pollock's art until we made Jackson Pollock's and it became his thing for the rest of the year. You could go into the art room on break and find him picking out colors and preparing space to make them. Try on the abstract art and let yourself forge a genuine connection to it. Cowards. We had to do this in college once, and I remember I literally just slapped some geometric shapes on a canvas and then was like, the blue represents the tears of man forced to slave away in the system. I got an A. None of it had any meaning. I was just bullying. So some people, connecting. Other people, not. Pure efficiency. This should not be the route Amtrak recommends to get from Minneapolis to Denver. Lumo. Lumo. Sounds like someone isn't used to the non-euclidean rail. Just walk. We have trains in this country that go that distance, and it takes 92 hours. Actually, you know what? No, that sounds cool. I want to ride a train for 92 hours. Reflections on the BBC Sherlock. Listen, it's 2018. It is. It's time to admit, finally, that BBC Sherlock is in fact bad. It was only good because we watched it when we were 15 and didn't know how to dismantle scripts that sound clever, but really are just goldflake-covered poop. Angry and annoyed, asexual agreement. What's this mean? It means they agreed but weren't horny about it, I guess? Only horny activity allowed on my blog. And no, that's completely correct. That's the same thing here, which is why you should subscribe to Kalbus right now. I see that you might not be. Do it. Sexually or asexually, it doesn't matter. Subscribe to the channel, please. I'm putting on the sexy voice, which means it's time to subscribe. You can file a complaint about this CTA plug. You can put it in the complaint box. We're never going to check it, though. Mad scientists are great, and I adore the lab aesthetic, but where's the love for unhinged fieldwork scientists? You drive down a back road in the middle of the night and your headlights illuminate someone crouched down in the woods, completely covered in mud, holding 5 toads in a net. You're hiking in the remote mountains and there's some guy perched on a cliff that should be impossible to get to, ranting about rocks. They're gone when you glance back. You're hanging out by the river one day and you see a fully clothed person walk out of the water like Godzilla, and they immediately start recording something on a clipboard while muttering to themselves about salamander populations. Feral science. Degree in being a cryptid. Yeah, no, this is the reality of the situation. I love finding weirdos while I'm out in the woods. I was hiking to some interesting location nearby, and there was just some dude with a backpack, and I called out to him and he didn't respond, and I never saw him again despite us both traveling the same path. It was really weird. Al Bundy would be anti-mask. I'm watching this video about this old sitcom called Married with Children, and the show is insane. Like in season 8, the main character forms an anti-feminist hate group because his bowling night was canceled. Oh, I don't, that's uncomfortable. No. Today a guy in my class just told us that he's gay and wanted everyone to know because that's who he is. My teacher nodded and told us that if we had any other personal news to share, we should do it now. And this really quiet kid stood up and announced that he was sexually attracted to owls and then sat down. We aren't allowed to share personal things in class anymore. Oh my god, that exists. I could believe that. I could believe that. That is the high school experience. Relatable. See, spoiler about character death. Okay, but maybe that won't happen when I watch it. Look, I got spoiled on the ending of Persona 5 because I was trying to look up a confidant schedule so I could finish getting that maxed out. It did not ruin my enjoyment of the game. So like this, I don't know, I feel like, oh, this character dies. Like, yeah, we're all going to. It's about the journey, goddammit. Happy Destille Putin election hell day, everyone. What does that mean? Imagine a doctor driving by an apple orchard and hissing aggressively at it like a vampire. An apple fiber and a garlic fiber team up to fight their mutual nemesis, a vampire doctor. Dr. Acula. That's so incredibly stupid. But at the same time, I am a massive fan. Can you imagine if this dude does like laboratory work and then just like drinks the blood samples after? That'd be incredibly funny because it's like he's making sure his food is safe before drinking it. Every Halloween, this just becomes more true. The pandemic has seriously fricked up the socializing skills of little kids. They don't say trick or treat anymore. They just give you the Kubrick stare until you give them candy. Me. Hi, happy Halloween. 9-year-old in a Bendy and the Ink Machine costume. No. I loved shouting trick or treat as a kid. Please, teach your child to shout demands at strangers. Along with the alpha wolf idea being debunked. Alpha bros will always pick lions and wolves to superimpose their I'm so badass I need no one memes on, as if those aren't the two animals most famous for having a buddy system and excellent group cooperation. Yeah, seriously though, like if you want to be a loner animal, simply pick the skunk. I've never seen more than one skunk in an area. They are very clearly loners. I think it's because there's some sort of power dynamic that is supposed to be imposed in these like social scenarios. So it's like, oh, I'm the alpha, I'm the top dog, but like it doesn't really exist and was based on creatures in captivity. So what you're truly saying is that you are the best among docile, captured creatures. Put some respect on his name. I said it once and I say it again. Fuck is that? What is that? What is that image? Azula considered Sokka to be the biggest threat in this group and countered him first. What this picture misses is Sokka standing nearby. All members of this group unleash their attacks at the same time, but Azula reacts to the boomerang first. If you watch this part in slow motion, you can see that Sokka's boomerang was the first thing that would hit Azula and maybe even incapacitate her, making her unable to continue to fight. So she had to counter in first. She deflected it with a well-placed shot. Sokka's deadly. You never expect the dude without bending to, like, be powerful, but he had the tenacity to just be powerful. Watching a Marvel movie. Watching a Marvel movie is like eating a perfectly acceptable ham sandwich, but then when you finish it, a slice of tomato walks through the door and the music swells dramatically. I miss being excited for Marvel movies. Oh god, I'm so burnt out on that franchise, dude. But this is also so true. This is so true. Friendly concern. You ever had one of those friends who's genuinely very smart and makes good decisions, but whenever they all of a sudden get really vague and cagey about what they've been up to, you get the same internal reaction as you do when you're in the other room and you hear the distinct sound of a dog trying to chew quietly? Yeah, this is me. This is actually me. This is me in the friend group. If I'm not telling you what's going on, it's because I've done something stupid, and I don't want you to know. Tumblr's timing. Tumblr waited for Twitter to be at its weakest to reinstate nudity, like a goddamn lion waiting to pounce on its prey. Yeah, no, you can now present nipple. God, I love that rule! Female presenting nipple, now reinstated. The motivational professor. Today my anthro professor said something kind of really beautiful. You all have a little bit of I want to save the world in you. And that's why you're here in college. I want you to know that it's okay if you only save one person, and it's okay if that person is you. I feel like a few people I know could stand to read this. Hero complexes are designed for tragic characters. Take care of yourself first, and that is the best way you can help others. You know what I mean? Because if you're doing good, You might inspire somebody else to do good. Senta, a conscious decision to procrastinate. Okay, can we all agree that the worst feeling is when you're just sitting around consciously procrastinating and you're just overly aware that each second that passes is more time wasted, and you still like watch the hours pass and you're still procrastinating and you can't stop and your panic brain is trapped inside a body that refuses to be productive and you're just screaming but outwardly you're just eating chips? That's called ADHD. It's just called ADHD, my dude! Genuinely though, I do have a general rule of thumb, and this has helped me a lot. When I catch myself starting to do that, I just put my hand on my desk and go, there's nothing I can do but doing it. So we gotta do it. And vocally affirming that I'm going to listen to the voice inside my head genuinely helps. It's genuinely been helpful. So try it. If it doesn't work for you, keep experimenting with stuff until something does. And that's all the time we have here today on Calibus. If you like this, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and share this with a friend who could use a reminder that iterate, fail, iterate again is the quickest way to success. If you do want more, r/Tumblr, there'll be no them popping up on your screen in just a couple of seconds. But until then, my name has been Lumo, speaking at 120 words per minute, and I hope to see you in the very next Kalbus video. Have a great rest of your day.